So, we're here. Now, post 2.0, we're going to go back. We're going to do all the class quests I missed. At some point, I'm going to need to do my job quest for my actual job. It would give me better gear. I think I'm going to hit 50 beforehand anyway, which is going to outpace any of the job gear because I'm going to be able to go put myself in like 115s. I don't know that I have any... I don't know that you earn any poetics until you finish 2.0. I don't think so. So, I don't have any poetics. So it's going to be just cash. But that's fine, because the game gives you 1,000,000 gil. So even if I pay like 100,000 a slot. And the left side hasn't been my problem. It's that I have a level 5 ring equipped. So we'll have to get this up to whatever the minimum to get into Praetorium and Castrum are. Alright. So where we were, we have made it to Revenant's Toll. We have come down here. Glaumont and Slathborn have been helping us with our plans to come down here into the Castrum, which connects to North Thanalan. Oh. I don't think I realized that's where that was. Okay. So we've got Castrum Sentry here. I'm learning a lot about the world. So Castrum Sentry here is where they are holding Minfilia and friends there, Tataru, Papalimo, Oriange. And so we have come down into the Tangle, and we have put our ear to a drainage pipe to verify their location. And our plan is to dress up like Imperials and walk in the front door. Sid and Alphino seem to think this is a good plan. Slathborn and Glaumar are going to make it happen. We rescued Biggs and Wedge yesterday, so they're in. So that's our plan. I think it looks like we have two things to do here. Feels like maybe... I don't know which one to do first. I don't know if it matters. Like, drowning out the voices. I bet I have to do both. Oh no. Acting the part. Huh. Alright. Alright, Sid. While Glaumont goes to about this devising his plan, we need to see some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they were short in armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the selfsame energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out the Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy, so don't be surprised if you run into a few. Oh. Okay. And what does Glaumont want? Bearded Blevins, thank you so much for 7 months. Let's do this. I don't remember what this guy's voice sounds like. Clean as the wax out of your ears, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. I think that was it. The plan's to have you enter Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just clothes you're wearing. You gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learn from the experts, so get yourself as near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and Watch all the Imperials doing what they do. Alright. So let's go learn a salute and steal some lightning crystals. Now, I don't know why we would only get the strongest ones. Why would we not just get, like, a whole bunch of them? Like, all of them. Like, he's got 5 locations marked. Let's just grab all 5. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, we have at least 5 adventurers. It should be fine. This is going to piss some stuff off, isn't it? Shocking. Okay. That's fine. Thankfully, I'm wildly out-leveling and gearing this, so nothing has been difficult. The amount of experience that they give out, especially on a preferred world, is pretty absurd. I'd always kind of heard about it over the years, and one of the nice things about starting other characters is it's giving me a chance to see how things have evolved. Because back in 2.0, you gapped out. When this content was new, you gapped out hard. But now, like, it's been so many years that nobody wants to gap out in 8-year-old content. Like, that's terrible. So, over the years, they just keep buffing it more and more and more and more. And so we've gotten to this point where, like, the community warns new players about how slow this content is compared to the stuff we get that's new. Yeah, it was good for the time. It's still good content. You may enjoy it. But, like, if you enjoy this, you're going to enjoy Endwalker even more. And so, there it is. 49. 1 to go. Oh my gosh. 1 to go until I'm max level for this expansion. And, like, I guess it'll just let me keep going. Ridiculous. Ghost, 15 months. 15 months. Last month, you crossed the convocation. Let's do this. So it's neat to see what the, like, new player preferred experience is. For people like, oh, what server should I play on? You're like, if there's a preferred one, I guess grab that. Yeah, definitely grab that. The preferred buff is nuts. That's what this is here. If any of you don't recognize this emblem. This is the Road to 80 buff. And unlike other things, right? So if I, like, eat some food right now, I can give myself, like, an additional 3% experience. That's all additive. So it's like 3 plus 2 plus great. This seems to be multiplicative. So the amount of experience I get is just... So I was getting 280 without food. Let's see what I get with. And that means that at the truly low levels where combat really is slow, it was like 600 or 700% because you have all these items like Helm of Light and Brand New Ring that only kick in when you're below a certain level range. So they're designed to accelerate the really low stuff. Alright, so that pushed me to 286. So it's doubling it. So I'm getting 3% and then it's matching it. So when you have something like a Brand New Ring, which adds 30% when you're level 30 or below, which is your level synced level, not your current level. So if I go get Sistasha in my leveling roulette, it'll kick back in. It's matching that, point for point. So I would gain 60% on all my sub 30 jobs, which I have a lot of, right? You're a new player and you're trying this out. I do think some of this is, yeah, Disciple of War and Magic. So like some of this is battle only. But assuming you're a new player that's not in the free trial, you've got access to Ishgard, so I don't think your hand and land is really going to struggle. Oh god. Hey. These were terrifying back in the day. I was on a black mage. I was super squishy. Level 50 was the max, so like even if I was level, I don't think I was. I was like level, I was whatever the level of the quest was. I was always the level of the quest. So I'd be 46 at this point. In cloth, recovering my mana, getting sucked in on a PS3 when I had lag. There were certain bosses like Titan I just never seemed to be able to get out of stuff. And so it was just me running around casting like sleep on things. Alright. Black Mage may have been a poor choice. But I picked Black Mage because at the time I came from playing Druid in World of Warcraft, which I was playing Resto and Balance. Were my 2 specs, and we had a lot of healers in our group of friends, so like, you don't need to come over and be a healer. And so if you're used to being a caster, your choice is these. There's only a handful of casters that were in the game at that point. A summoner, which sounded like a warlock to me, and a black mage, which sounded like, you know, a mage. There wasn't 9,000, you know. Now we have red mage to choose from, and the physical range have really fleshed out. Dancer wasn't there, machinist wasn't there, so Thaumaturge made sense. But man, the moment I found Warrior, this game just really, which that's because of you guys. In Stormblood, it just, I kept getting pressure to tank, and by the time I did tank, I was making guides at the time on like trials and dungeons, especially dungeons, because people were super nervous day one and they were required for MSQ. Now you have the trust system, so that's not really a thing anymore. That kind of anxiety of day one dungeons. I feel like I need to be able to get up this thing. And the tank perspective is a lot cleaner for the purpose of guides. And once I played it, I really just liked it. There we go. I think it's this one. Herp. So this is all stuff from the Calamity, right? So this would have been like a 1.0 hut. Because I can't imagine somebody set this up post-Calamity. So is there a chance that if somebody has like 1.0 footage, we can find this hut? Is that wishful thinking? That, like, I can see why Mordona would be totally different, but I can see why the landscape would be totally different. But this hut here feels like it has to have been a place in 1.0, because why would somebody build up here after 1.0? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, we're going to run down and learn to salute, and then we're going to return these lightning crystals. And we're going to learn to salute by looking from a distance, instead of having the guy tell me what's going on there. I would feel like we would have some sort of defector teach me, but... like, can you imagine learning, like, the dance of a flash mob because you sat outside, like, the dance studio and just, like, peered in the windows, and you're just like, okay, it's here, it's here. Okay. Okay, I got it. Yeah, tank in this game is very chill. When I went back to WoW, so I quit WoW in Pandaria, and then I went back to WoW in Legion, and then I unsubscribed again when Blizzard made choices that superseded the game. I wasn't wildly happy with the game. So when I went back, I was like, okay, well, I should tank now. I should tank. And so I hopped on my Druid, and like Druid tanking is super fun. So I hop in, so I level up as a Druid, and I'm tanking my way through dungeons, tanking my way through the world, all tank all the time. One spec for all content. Tanking in PvP, having a blast. I get to level cap. I reach out to my friends that are still playing WoW, and they're like, okay, well, let's get you into some Mythic Plus. I was like, okay. I felt anxiety that honestly matches the same anxiety that I feel going into Savage. So any of you that have watched me run Savage with Llama Todd, I do a lot of research for that. I do a lot of, like, I watch a lot of guides, I read a lot of stuff, you know, I go over it in my head, I talk about the mechanics on stream, watching other people. Like, I do a lot of prep, like I'm taking a test. I felt like I needed that for Mythic Plus, because, like, the tank has to know every single pull, because the pulls change based on the modifiers week over week. So you need to just know that entire dungeon backward and forward. And then there are a couple of solutions to various pulls based on your comp. And the whole thing is timed, so, like, you need to know it. And it, like, I didn't mind tanking, but I did find it, like, that's the first time I experienced, like, true tank anxiety, as opposed to in 14, by the time I was tanking, I knew the content so well that it didn't really matter. Like, I knew, and I was running old content, and I knew how overtuned we were. So I knew how big the margin for error is. But there's no margin for error in Savage. Like, you wreck people. Did I have paralysis on? Is that what's happening here? Something's being annoying. Alright. How much time do I have left on my Chocobo? So I'll need to feed the Chocobo again after this. Make sure that I don't let it fall off. I can just feed it. There you go, bud. I don't want that falling off in 20 minutes and forgetting. Here we go. So, I killed the soldiers, which feels like that was what we weren't supposed to be doing. And now as I stand over their corpses, we're going to watch people saluting. Well, they have, like, missing comrades. Like, we were trying to not be suspicious about missing armor, but I just killed some of them. See? Nothing to report, sir. We're not missing anybody. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Nobody's noticed that there's missing soldiers. Nailed it, buddy. You nailed it. Oh, alright. Let's get to it. Those glasses are ridiculous. Nope, nope, nope. Don't kill the mud puppy. See if I can avoid getting sucked in by a frog, too. Almost level 50. I should hit level 50 well before we get into Casterman friends. I still haven't gone back and done job quests, but most important is that I stay on schedule to get 2.0 done today. It's kind of a sloppy way to do it, but like because of the patch, I really want to make it through Prey before it changes. So, as far as hunts and Sack of Nuts, should you keep doing them after you get your wings and cat? They're phenomenal experience, Venom. So if you have anybody below 80, doing all but the weekly is phenomenal. Also remember that we're going to get to the point where the nuts are as a way of upgrading your tome gear. So the nuts is a way of bypassing, yeah, so you're going to want a buildup of that current, not tome gear? Crafted gear? I don't know. There's going to be a point where if you were trying to stay on top of eye level, and you're not somebody who has access to, like, perfect Savage, you're going to want that to upgrade in 6.1. So if you want to stay kind of on the cutting edge of gear, hunts are great. But the experience from hunts is outrageous. So do hunts on whatever job. You can do the Ultima Tool hunt on an 81. Just be careful not to overpull. But it can be done. It's a little nasty on, like, clothy DPS, but it gets done. Alright. You ready to see a salute? So, did you manage to learn the Imperial salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Great, I did it. 50,000 experience. Oh. You've just been standing here. Oh, you're gonna give me some stuff. Couldn't I have just taken off the dead bodies? You are called Media Derplander, yes? I've heard of your plight from my friend Glauma. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would like to offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort of whom you would trust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. I just did that. The fortified area before the Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not to take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team. Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. So just to make this clear, Sid's plan is, we don't want them to notice missing armor, so let's go get super involved with ethereal stuff that's going to piss off the baddies and mess with communications. Then we come over here, and their plan is, let's definitely make them notice missing armor. Also, I'm going to be hitting them with an axe, and I need to find armor that would fit somebody this size, and this size. I don't know. Feels reckless. Let's turn in our lightning and see what if these guys need more. It's turned into a bit of a shopping trip here. You have the readings. Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yeah. Yes. 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose, though I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Meteor. Whoa. Why didn't we just take them all? The Eorzeans and the Imperial are just like watching the Stooges. Like, they just don't have a plan. Nope. Thought maybe I was gonna have to fight a frog. Should be able to slide right here. No! Get out of there! Whoa, look at this guy. Oh, you must be a Fate. You are a huge marble. See if I can slide over here. So, I'm supposed to kill guys, which I just killed, by the way. I don't see any big enough or small enough. They don't seem to employ any Lalafels or Rose. I don't know that I can help Biggs and Wedge. Like, I can definitely get armor for myself, right? Like, this guy's gonna be great. And we don't want to hit him too much with an axe. We want to be very careful. So we're gonna let him, like, Chocobo beat himself to death, you know? I don't want to damage the armor. Nope. Come on. I don't want to hurt him, you know? Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So we're just gonna have a lot of, like, bird pecking. Oh, he stunned me. Good call. Good call. You might want to take on the bird. Yeah, that's probably a better plan. Alright, let's watch these two duke it out. This makes sense. I believe in you, bird. Yeah. The bird heals itself. Oh, you're screwed. Oh, no. Oh, the bird is more magical than a Garlean. Come on, bird. Come on, bird. You can do it. Get me some armor. Yeah, only peck the shield, though. If you could keep it... Oh, careful with that. Okay. He's got kind of a chocobo-shaped helm on, doesn't he? See the little beak? Oh, he's gone. We're going to trust that we stripped him naked before he disappeared. Alright. We were only obtaining his helm there, I guess. We left his armor. This seems inefficient. Why would we not take his helm and his armor? Okay. Well. You know the deal. Yep. Go take him on, bird. It's gonna be okay. Yes. You can do it. Oh. Hey. You have magic? Oh, not cool. You have magic? I always forget that the Garleans request some magic. If you could come more over here. I don't want the other ones to see your naked body. Yeah, that Liquarius here sees nothing of alarm. Nothing of alarm. Okay. Come on. I was gone for a while. On the scale of a Praetorium to an Ultima Thule MSQ, how excited was the puppy? All over the place. All over the place. Like, MSQ levels of tears. So happy. But, I mean, he's also that happy when, like if any of you came into my house. So, well, I love my dog. He's really just excited. Like if somebody had dog treats in a van and just, like, pulled up in front of my house and, like, the front door was open and they opened the van, they were like, "Get in, boy!" He'd be like, "Okay!" So, you know, it's nice to be wanted, but it's not unique. Oh. Hello. I don't think they're gonna kill me. I think it's fine. Okay, so you're taking on that. Good. Yeah, this is fine. So the heal that the Chocobo cast on me took threat on the Hoplo. Okay. Liquarius is going down. This is good. We've gotten one uniform and one helmet. There it is. Took another helmet. Okay, I popped you once. There we go. Come on. You got it, bird. I should probably pull the next one. Keep us in constant combat. This guy's really punching me a lot here. Let's get this one. Okay. Now what if I just kind of like tomahawk him a little? That seems like it hit him in the shield, right? Yeah. We'll try to tomahawk the shield. Speed this up a little. Don't hit the armor though. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. This is clearly how this was meant to be done. We're meant to take this quest very seriously. Because the tomahawk is like magical, right? Like I'm not actually throwing my axe. Oh no, I leashed him. Oh no. We pulled his body too far out of the way. Oh. Okay, from here on out it's just uniforms. Nobody's noticed anything. I'll hide behind this thing that they can... That way this guy can't see me, obviously. It's really important that they don't know I'm there. I'm so secret. Hey. Don't be using your axe. Oh, it's so stupid. What eye level will the new alliance be? I don't need to kill this guy? Yes, I do. I need armors. Don't I? Oh, no! This guy doesn't have a quest thing over his head. Oh, bro. You're gonna die for that. How dare you waste my time. I need these signifiers. You're right. You're right. Alright. I kind of want to murder some of the ones that don't have armor. Yeah, come here. Get this guy. There we go. Alright. Hey. There. And that guy's on armor. Now you gotta help. You gotta help. Come on, Chocobo. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I think 590 is a pretty good guess. That's a pretty good guess. It's not meant to be the new best in slot, right? It's meant to be better than Tome Gear, worse than Savage. Right up against Savage. Oh, eye level to get in? Oh, I don't know. 490, 530? 530, you think? 530? Like, if you're below 530, there's no way. There's no way anybody's below 530. So it's, like, 530 is a minimum. Nobody should be below 530 on any job. Because you can buy 530 level 80 gear with Poetics. So I would assume it's mid-500s. Right? What's the highest dungeon? What's Smileton take? Because it's going to be higher than that. And I assume those are in the 5s. Those are 550, or those drop? There it is. So, I don't know. Mid-5s. Pandemonium normal is 565. It'll be higher than that. So it'll be 570 then. Smileton's 540. Yeah, then it's probably probably around 570. And then it's gonna drop 595. So that's your level. That's the range. Okay. We've done as little damage as possible to the gear. And we even collected a little bit extra. So we should have enough to clothe Biggs in some weird hodgepodge of shenanigans here. But I assume we have some Weaver in town that's going to help with the size differences. Hey, come on, man. Damaged and damaged. I mean, the scars of war, I did my best. Don't turn. Don't turn. Don't turn. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. It's probably mid-5s. Mid to upper 5s. Because it's going to drop almost 600. I wouldn't worry about it. Raiders, welcome in. Thank you so much. How's your day going? Were you guys in ESO today? Final Fantasy? What am I doing? Oh, I'm turning in armor to little man here. There you go. Oh, come on. All right. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? And then some. And then some. I know I'm only handing you 3, but I actually murdered some extra. Damaged. As I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are likely to draw suspicion. I did what I could. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith Igonov at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendors should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead and have assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. I did my best not to damage it. Those should be chocobo beak marks only. I didn't use my big axe, which would have slashed them all to pieces. Here we go. It's supposed to be secrecy. This person's keeping to themselves, but look at this Lala. Look at them. Look at them eavesdropping. How do I not have Cacklin here? I don't want Cacklin getting in on this secret info. Oh, man. Suspicious little Lala there. Here we go. So you're the venture Sock Malak sent, are you? I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. Try not to let that Lala in on this. I see. Yes. I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sock Malak a favor or two. Took good care of old Igonov back in the day before I fell in with Rowena, he did. You know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate. I wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose that he always felt the venture's life calling him. But here I go, blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and Great Igonoff will have your gear looking good as new. Horse birds. That's awesome. Horse birds. And there we have it. We won't do much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sarkmanark my regards, will you? He's just down the hill. Why don't you guys ever hang out? Grab lunch. Share an appetizer somewhere. Get a drink. Watch a game. It feels like this is something that could be redeemed. Because here's Sarkmanark, and there's his buddy, and he's like, oh man, I just wish we could catch up. I just wish we could, oh. You know? Here we go. What's with that camera angle? Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? I have. Once again, seems like something you could have accompanied me for. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Igonoff never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst those Imperial forces. Lest you fear that the Garleans might detect your foreignness, foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Garlean invasion of force of Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates a new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. I saw only humans of medium size there. I did not see a single Roth. I did not see a single Lala or Ro. Like, we have more variety over here than they had. So that whole, like, you're gonna blend in because variety could have been backed up by having some variety spawn out there. Els, thanks so much for gifting a sub to Roger.